Langston Hughes was a happy man. He grew up with a broken family, parents divorced, leaving him to be raised by his grandmother, and then his mother. He moved around quite frequently, and during one of these trips, Mr. Hughes began to write poetry. He spent a few odd years working some pretty odd jobs, and then a year at Columbia University. He traveled and got his poems published. These poems are mainly famous for his look on black life in America. A good example of this poem is his poem, Cross. My old man's a white old man, and my old mother's black. If I ever cursed my white old man, I take my curses back. If I ever cursed my black old mother, and wish she were in hell, I'm sorry for that evil wish, and now I wish her well. My old man died in a big fine house, my ma died in a shack. Wonder where I'm going to die, being neither white nor black. Langston not only did these poems for himself, but for others, like this poem, Dreams. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is like a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field, frozen with snow. Like that poem, Langston had dreams too. Listen to this poem, I Dream a World. I dream a world where man no other man will scorn, where love will bless the earth and peace its path adorn. I dream a world where we will all know sweet freedom's way, where greed will no longer sap the soul, nor avarice blights our day. A world I dream where black or white, whatever race you be, will share the bounties of this earth and every man is free, where wretchedness will hang his head, and joy, like a pearl, will attend the needs of all mankind. Of such I dream my world. He wrote many poems like this, like these, I Too Sing America, and Children's Rhyme. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes, but I laugh, I eat well, I grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes. Nobody'll dare say to me, eat in the kitchen. Then, besides, they'll say how beautiful I am, and be ashamed. I, too, am America. Children's Rhymes. By what sends the white kids I ain't sent. I know I can't be the president. What don't bug them white kids sure bugs me. We sure know everybody ain't free. Lives written down for white folks. Ain't for us all a tall liberty and justice? Huh, for all. Langston Hughes was mainly a poet, but he was also one of the first innovators of a new form, jazz poetry. As well as this, he led this group called the Harlem Renaissance, which at times was called the New Negro Movement. This took place around the 1930s, after the African Americans had endured centuries of torture and slavery. They were freed. Then they celebrated. The end of their bondage made people think they could get into a new promised land, which was a big disappointment since that did not happen. The white supremacy began to grow very quickly, very violently, and even legally. The white supremacists went into the South where most or almost all of the African Americans lived. Starting in 1980, the African Americans migrated to the North in great numbers, and this great migration was able to relocate hundreds of thousands of African Americans from the South to the North. Instead of wallowing in self-pity, they began a great explosion of cultural pride. This, indeed, was the Harlem Renaissance, a rebirth of African American arts. The Renaissance even influenced people all the way in Paris, and though this group only lived for around 10 years, the ideas they created lived on and will continue to live on. Langston Hughes was one of the greatest writers and one of the greatest thinkers in the Harlem Renaissance, and as they celebrated their black life and culture, Langston Hughes' very creative mind got people to celebrate and love their lives. Poor Langston Hughes died in 1967, and his ashes were laid under a medallion in the middle of the foyer in the Scarborough Center for Research in Black Culture in Harlem, where the Harlem Renaissance was for most of its life. The designs of the medallion resemble rivers. This is because, and he states, my soul has grown deep like the rivers. Langston Hughes was an incredible man. He provided a movement that was heard all around the world. He helped the rebirth of the African American arts. He had so many books published and sold, and he's still relevant today. And he was even able to get his soul to grow deep, just like the rivers. Thank you, Langston Hughes. May you rest in peace.